I'm gonna show you guys 3 techniques that are guaranteed to impress all your friends at your next cocktail party that are gonna make you look like a real mixologist. So starting off, we're gonna be using our mixing glass. Now, what you use this for is any drinks that pretty much just have one spirit, maybe some bitters. Think of an old fashioned, something that doesn't have a lot of mixers, pineapple juice, orange juice, any of that. The reason why we use this as opposed to this, which is a shaker, is because we want the mouthfeel of the spirit, once it's chilled, to still be silky. You don't want to have any ice shards. You want it to remain as undiluted as possible. And so the technique with this, it's super easy. You would pour in here the measurements of the alcohol, whatever spirit it is that you're using. And then the trick here is you want to fill it all the way up with ice. And you want to do ice after you do the alcohol, because when you do the alcohol over the ice, it automatically dilutes it. And that's the opposite of what we want to happen when we're using this mixing glass. You want the spirit to be chilled, but not watered down. So I'm going to show you guys just a quick example here. So we're going to pour our alcohol into here. We're going to fill it all the way up with ice. And then we're going to be using this long bar spoon. Now, naturally, you want to use this bottom, the spoon part of it. But I actually recommend using the back part of it because it makes the mixing of it effortless. You see how you just move your wrist? You don't have to move your whole arm. You move your wrist and it flows just effortlessly. Now, how many times you spin it? 25 times is pretty much known to be like the sweet spot. The main thing that you want is to not over dilute it, because it really takes away from the spirit and all the flavors that you're really trying to enhance. Now, to serve it, you're gonna use a strainer like this. This is called a Hawthorne strainer. And you're just gonna pour it. Normally you would do it, if you're doing an old fashioned, you would have a big rock. You could use a little bit more ice if you like, but essentially that's what you would do with a mixing glass. Now, technique number 2 is gonna be using the shaker. Now, I know you guys might think like, okay, what's so hard about using a shaker? Trust me, when we're training our bartenders, the hardest thing is once you put the ice in here, getting this off from it being stuck. So, you're gonna do your alcohol. You're gonna pour it in here. And whatever your recipe calls. Now with a shaking tin, you can add mixers, pineapple juice, lime juice. You can muddle things in here. There's a little bit more that you can do here that you wouldn't necessarily do in a mixing glass. So now we're gonna fill it up with ice. Now, how you put the top on will dictate how much trouble you have getting it off. So you wanna go ahead and put it at an angle, and you wanna hit it like real good to where it's nice and tight. So even if you hold the top, it's not gonna fall off. But you wanna make sure that it's sitting at this angle so that once you shake it, it's gonna bring it in even tighter. It's gonna create pressure in here. And so by it being sideways, you're gonna be able to hit it here and dislodge it so that it can come off. So that's why you see mixologists usually hit this here to get it off, because otherwise like it's stuck. And especially now, I'm gonna show you guys when I shake it, it's gonna be really, really stuck. So you see, it's not going anywhere. So what we do is we want to aim for the part that is hitting this piece right here on the bottom part, where the inside meets the side wall. And you want to give it a good hit, and it's going to dislodge it for you. Now, when we use the shaker, depending on what kind of cocktail we're doing, you may just strain it just with one strainer, or you may want to double strain if you don't want any ice shards in there. Now, the third and very last technique, the easiest one, is you just build it right in the glass. So you would pour your alcohol, add ice, and then whatever mixer. So think of a Crown and Coke, vodka tonic, any of those drinks like that. Main thing you want to keep in mind though is you want to do the alcohol first. Same reason as everything else. You don't want to over dilute it, especially when you're doing it just in the glass. So alcohol first, ice, and then whatever mixer you want. So you guys try this out at your next cocktail party and let me know how impressed all your friends are with your new skills.